Monday. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Monday night.
Yes, it is.
It's Monday night. You know what it is.
Yeah.
It's Actors Quarantine Corner.
Actors Quarantine Corner.
Favorite fucking actors are in the building.
Yes. We here.
Your actor's favorite actor. Okay. Your favorite actor's favorite actor.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Whoever your favorite actor is, I bet I'm their favorite actor.
Your favorite.
Ask your favorite.
Ask him.
Ask them 5 times. I bet they say my name once. Let's go.
See, we got trolls.
Let's go.
Let's go, man. What it do, man? It's Monday.
How's everybody doing?
Hey, y'all know what it is, man.
Man, we here 1 to the 2 to the 3. Check.
Another Monday.
Yeah.
So, shit, y'all know what it is. I mean, how was y'all week? What happened this week? What you got going?
Well, you know, there's a lot more teaching.
He said what?
A lot more teaching.
Teaching, the school back in?
School back in.
School back in.
You know, getting ready to go. We in spring break now. But
Yeah.
the week that just passed. Yeah, that's crazy. You know, kids start acting weird when they know a break coming, niggas.
Oh, for sure. They clean up. They about to can't wait to go outside.
They don't care about
can't wait.
Nigga, they don't give a fuck about nothing. They like, nigga, I'm already on break. They like niggas at work. Like, nigga, I'm already on my vacation.
Check out, bro.
You know, when you got a vacation on, and you got to leave after work on that Thursday, and you got to burn out, right? And you just at work like, shit, I'm already on.
That whole Friday, you just like, shit.
As soon as the fuck I get the fuck out.
Straight up, bro. Straight up. I know exactly what you're talking
do
about.
whatever y'all want to do.
I know exactly what you're talking about, bro. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Just teaching, man, and doing shit with the little man.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Working on wedding shit.
Oh, yeah. What's y'all? I already know.
Coming up.
It's definitely coming up.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to work on that.
It's about to get real.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, I wish you the best, man.
I wish myself the
I may or may not. I don't know. I don't know yet.
Wish myself the best.
I don't know yet.
Come on over to the other side.
I don't know.
He a veteran. Look at
You know what I'm
his ass.
saying?
He look like a veteran.
You know what I mean? I'm in it.
Like, fellas, let
I'm
me
in it.
I got a couple stories. Like,
Man,
Oh, I got a lot of
all I
stories.
do is work. That's it. Work.
No, that's part of it.
I mean,
That's part of it.
I ain't do much theater, though. Just working.
you just work? Work on work?
Yeah, that's it.
Not even like acting work? Yeah, I know.
That's it.
Yeah.
Either way.
Do you feel like you're giving back to society?
Not yet, but soon. Soon enough. I will. Eventually.
Yeah.
KB, how's the week?
Man, blessed, bro. My school, we advanced to my district, and then you ain't up in that place, so I can't complain.
Okay.
Second year then, we on our way. Got a really, really good show. Proud of the kids, you know what I'm saying? They committed. They love it. ASL
So
show.
now where y'all go after this?
Well, it's my district, and then after that is what? What's after that?
What?
Regionals or the area?
What
Is
the fuck is
regionals
my
area?
district?
That's where 5A and
District was
6A.
this district.
Nah, 6A and 5A together compete in one competition.
Oh, so it's like two different school districts.
Two
almost.
conferences, yeah.
So it's like the
That shit made shit more
Yeah,
man.
Hey,
You in
dude,
district, regional,
it's a lot of
going to
schools,
state.
bro. But you got a lot of schools.
Rick, man, fuck that.
No, it's a lot of schools, bro. You
Ain't
ain't
a lot of so.
It definitely is not, bro. Definitely is a lot of trophies, but that's what we did. That's what
Good
we
shit.
consist of. I'm proud, I'm excited. Besides that, with the kids and the wife, you know what I'm saying? Planning this spring break, trying to figure out what's going on.
What's up, spring breakers?
Yeah.
Spring breakers.
And what up with you, B?
Shit, nothing, man. I told you, just working.
Yeah.
That's really it, bro. But
Boy, you got trouble.
yeah, clearly, they come, they go, just roll with the truck. You roll with the truck.
Rolling with my
That's
troll.
Yeah. But yeah. Either way, let's see here. Though.
You know what tonight is? Look, everybody all quiet.
I know.
The topic.
I know. So like,
the topic tonight is dating an artist.
Okay.
An artist dating.
What do you?
Because we want to come from our perspective as artists dating or being in relationships or being married or whatever it's called. Whatever you have going on, and people that date artists, and we want both perspectives. The ups, the downs, the ins, the outs, the intricacies, the mechanisms.
Do's, don'ts,
the do's, the don'ts,
the is and ain'ts,
the patterns.
Now, goodness,
the patterns that you can identify
straight up
in each of the artists you dealt with or anything in that area. So we really want.
Are there really like patterns? You think there are patterns for artists,
bro? And there's one thing women identify as patterns.
Yeah, that's agreed.
Everybody has a pattern.
Everybody has their own
pattern. Is either consistently doing the right thing or.
That's agreeable. I'm just digging on in there. I'm trying to see what's up. Like, how does that work? Like, do artists come with like set patterns
or baggage? You saying?
No, you said that. Like, you said patterns.
Are you trying to get baggage in different things?
I ain't saying baggage. I didn't say baggage.
He's saying baggage.
No, he said patterns, and so I just repeated patterns.
What are patterns to you?
Patterns are like, what a pattern is. Like, things that people do consistently or consecutively or all the time in certain situations.
Like 9 times out of 10, if this happens, I know you're going to do this.
8. 8 times out of 10. 8 times out of 10.
I know you're going to do this.
Oh yeah,
so man, that's it. So we wanted to just come from all perspectives. One, as artists that have dated, married, in relationships, and how that is from our perspective as just the emotional beings that we are. Believe it or not, that men can be emotional too. In different ways, not just like whatever emotion. I don't know why I did that. Whatever emotion sounds like to you, or ladies, y'all have said it before to a nigga. Man, you get emotional. However that nigga was sounding when you said you're emotional.
But are they not? Are they not?
Yes.
I'm not. I ain't trying to point no fingers. I'm just saying. People have emotions.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do.
I think
some people are more prone to
both sides or all sides. Every human being gets emotion or should have some type. If not, something is wrong or has been done to block said emotion that should be happening at this point. But some people are more emotional than others.
Yeah, very.
A lot more.
Very.
So I give you that.
Men, women, and some artists in particular.
I think one thing that we can identify, I don't know if this worked for you, but I think as being an artist, most people get confused or used to get confused that the dude they saw on stage is the same dude that's coming home or going on the date with you.
Or I can just do that like all the time, anytime I feel like.
Yeah, like you just come off the stage like, yo, we're tonight. And then we're going to have some pancakes and some chicken, man. And guess what's coming next to the stage? Right after that, it's me about to cook some dinner. What you want to eat? Or like acting, sit up in the kitchen doing monologues and shit while they cook, like deep ass Shakespearean monologues and shit.
I got time for that.
Like, it's like
it take a lot of work to do that.
I know for me personally, I'm more reserved after I get off stage. I've talked so much, I've exuded so much energy. So when I'm in a place that I feel comfortable in, or the place that I trust or that I call home, that's where I'm not performing anymore. So I'm usually quiet than a motherfucker.
That's true. Like I've done it already.
Yeah.
Like I did all the things that I could do for the day already. Like
so it's like it's a complete different situation, you know. And then when people, you know, when a crowd comes over, you know, I don't know, it's just the artist in me. I would say that I liven up. So the person that's with me might be like, well, shit, nigga, you just dead to the world a minute ago. Now people over here, you hosting motherfuckers and everything. Like,
but that's a part of being social. Like I think actors know how to be social. That's for sure. They know how to be social.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, either way, it's like whether I feel like even after the show, like I'm spent. You know what I'm saying? Tired. Want to go home. Don't really want to stand around talk to nobody. But I still go out. Be my little sociable as I can be, you know, as much as I can after the show. And then, you know, I'm just going to go home after that. Because, shit, I can't do much else after that.
I'm out. Some of the show, I'm out.
For real. Look.
I don't be social. And
be one of the backdoor actors.
I mean,
got the backdoor actors.
If I transition from show straight into another type of setting that has the energy going, then I can transfer right into that and carry that over. And sometimes we need that. That's why, I don't know, you know, we hang out in the back. Back when we used to be at the ensemble back in the day, you know, we get off stage and it's still a lot of adrenaline going. It's still a lot of, you know, anxiety, all that shit that come with being on stage and performing in front of people nightly. And you got to release that. So sometimes, you know, we'll talk and chill backstage, you know, just to unwind so that by the time we get home, we're not sitting in our house like this. Because you just got off stage and went straight into your house. And now you just, bro, you like 10, back when I third ward, I'm 5 minutes from standing ovation to my couch, nigga, where nobody's talking, nigga. So I'm literally coming out of... You're so wonderful. And then I'm at my house.
Like not caring at the crib, like
they don't give a fuck. They not like, you know, I'm not getting standing ovation at the house. They like, did you take trash out?
Straight up.
Nigga need to be changed.
You taking them to school in the morning?
Like, I could stay here and talk to y'all for 30, 40 minutes, but I just did a whole goddamn show, all goddamn day. Been here maybe all day or maybe all night. And, I mean, you know, niggas still got to get home. Got to go get something to eat. So I got to stay here and talk to y'all.
But has that been an issue in a relationship?
No, I was about to ask, what about when you're not ready to, like, give the energy when you get back to your relationship or your
because the relationship is old energy too.
Yeah,
so
like you gotta have,
you just can't use all of it on the performing and then get home and be like,
so the question,
I ain't got shit left for the house.
So on one of them nights when you done what the 2 a days, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The 2 a day shows, you like, man, I'm beat. You know what I'm saying? You go home. How does that work? Do you dispel the energy? Do you just be like, I'm good? Or what happens? What happens?
Bro, it really depends on the show. I've had shows where if I gotta play an angry motherfucker that's angry all the time, that's the exact fucking energy I go home. I'm not saying it's good.
As long as I got,
sometimes
it depends. But it's like I gotta have time to decompress. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't just go in the house and be ready to just start a whole conversation and route straight into things. Sometimes, depending on the situation, that must happen, and I gotta like abide to the situation. You know what I'm saying? But most of the time, if I can, and if she willing, and ain't nothing crazy happening at the house, I get that time to decompress before I have a conversation because I'm still trying to wind down. Like that's just how I like
to decompress. I need,
I just need a moment, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Like, I need about 30 to an hour. I need about 30 to an hour.
When I get back, just give me a moment. You know what I'm saying? Just give me a one little moment, and then I can, you know, get gear back up for whatever. But if I gotta go right into something after the moment, like before the moment, it's gonna be a long, long day, man.
It's gonna be a short conversation, which isn't fair to the other person. I will say that, but at the same time, it's like shit. Like I just I just need a moment.
Yeah,
I'm
tired.
And then
I'm tired.
So that's one perspective, man. But also, how is it with working and being in a relationship as an actor? Money wise, financial wise, how does one look at the profession?
It's phases to this shit now, right? Because it's kind of
like
and levels. Because it also depends on whoever you with, what they do, what they're able to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's a part of it. But
I'm like, does the person you with respect this as a true profession, as something that has a future, or is the person invested in you having a future in this, or is they like?
I feel like there are moments when it's either or sometimes. You know what I mean?
I get it.
Because it's like they rock with you, you know what I'm saying? Like you be buzzing, and then like when you're not buzzing for a second, you be like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I'm still supportive, but it's like, all right, I got stuff to do too, you know what I'm saying? Which I understand.
And people in our live audience, we are recording y'all responses out of the comments, so please, we want your perspective too. If you ever been with an artist,
how y'all feel like
how do you feel like the communication is with an artist? How do you feel about an artist's profession? Do you take their profession seriously?
That is a good question. This is what I say. This is how I boil it down. Now, whether someone like is this thing that I'm about to describe doesn't really decide whether I would date them or not, because I try to keep it even. But the truth is, like, a lot of people see what I do. You know what I mean? Like you get it and you support, right? But do you really understand like the purpose and the point of why I'm here and what I'm doing? Because I understand it, I get it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, are you? You know what I mean? Like, are you actually understanding the point of what I'm doing?
Have you ever just explained that to somebody you
tried to a couple times? I ain't gonna say it worked out the easiest, but you know, it did what it did. You know, it did what it could do at least. Like shit. So
and look, you gotta look at it from the other person's perspective too. Like I'm asking you to believe that. Out of all these times, I'm going to audition, book a show, make sure I'm in the show, perform the show, be at all rehearsals, be good enough to be in another audition, to be in another show, to make that follow up into a pattern that creates some type of revenue that adds up to some type of money. And that's the same with TV and film. So you're asking that person to trust or cross your fingers and hope that one day this shit is going to pop, which it can, because you can go from niggas that's trying to get shows at local theaters like us, which ain't bad, it's a living, you know, to shit. We seen motherfuckers now in fucking State Farm commercials with Patrick Mahomes. We got regulars on TV shows. We got niggas on Disney Channel, and that whole trajectory has changed, you know, and it almost seemed like it's not overnight, because we know we've been seeing how much work they put in, but the transition from you being like, well, I guess this is my pattern for now, I gotta try to book show woo, and that leading to you being a season regular or being in a movie that take you somewhere, that shit can happen. But you're asking the person you with to be like, ride with me on this.
But it's like, at the same time, it's like you knew what you got into when you signed on to it, in a sense. To me. Because it's like,
I can't say that's a show.
And that's what I mean. This is what I mean. Like, there gonna be times, like when you met me, whenever you met me, this is what I was doing. Like when I told you my dream, when you asked all these questions, it was always this art, making it in this art in some way. Now, am I not one of those that's going to be responsible enough to realize that I got other obligations? I'm not one of those that doesn't realize that.
That's agreed.
But this is also a part of something that's me. Like, that is something I can't let go. So, is it something that's going to be like too much of a problem to where it can't work? When if I do book 4 shows in a row, when I ain't had no shows all last season, would that be an issue? You know what I mean? And like I say, once you're in a situation, you gotta compromise.
If I book 4 shows in the midst of like working
that's
and being at home.
That's gonna be good for that year.
Yeah,
you know, y'all gonna be good. The relationship right good. But that next year, when everybody like the ensemble would do is like you nigga using 4 shows last year, so we don't gonna put you in like 2 or 1.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's not how it's supposed to work. No,
audition.
You know what I'm saying?
Chose me. That's wrong.
And they'll try to play you like that.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, we can't put you in all
And so
shows.
now,
like, why not?
Now you got 2 months where you ain't in no show. Now what you doing, nigga?
No, you know how I feel. I want to be in all of them. I can't be in all of them.
I want to be in all of them.
And I think to be fair to the other person, whatever you're spending your time on, unless you're doing something else and that, whatever you are spending your time on should equate to some type of worth of why you're doing it. That should add to that relationship.
What do you mean financially or just in?
It don't have to be. It has to add, even if it's exposure that will lead up to something financial, or it has to be worth the time and effort that you're spending on it.
Yeah, I agree.
All I can say is I like to comment on what you said. Like, do you know what you're getting into? Because you may not know. Because whether you're an artist or not, like, I still don't know what I'm getting into.
Say it again.
Like when I'm dating somebody, so if somebody was to date an artist, they really may not know what they getting into.
I don't think you know what you're getting into with anybody.
That's what I'm trying to say. But you already don't know what you're getting into with this.
But can you have a
now you got the artistry around that too. You know what I mean? So and it's different. It's different. Like you might fuck around and have to shoot out, fly out for like a month or a week or the next day. Like it don't matter the time, but like how does that work in the terms of like what is needed to keep a household together?
And we're definitely listening to the live audience. So we see communication is one thing, which we feel definitely is communication, and to leave your perspective. So those that are asking, what about your side or the other perspective? Leave the other perspective in the comments. Our producers will get it. They will read it out, and we will hear your side of the story. We can't quite go live with you right now because it would just mess up the flow of the show.
Damn. I mean, yeah, but damn.
I know. You gotta figure some more stuff.
I don't know how I had to say it, but
everything work.
Yeah, I was about to say some other shit. But we can't. So definitely, or leave a video, send a video into our email. What's the email? AQCHouston@outlook.com. So if you want to record a video of your opinion or comment or something you want to say, please email it to AQCHouston@outlook.com.
That's my wife talking about we got all the smoke.
Smoke. I got roll with I don't know why.
And just to be fair, we've been asking online all day for everybody's perspective.
Yes,
so we can have one. Guess how many people answered? None of y'all. Guess how many people want to talk now? Everybody. Because it's going down now. But we
I got a couple. I got to go look at it. I did get a couple.
But we are clearly giving the perspective of the artist and the artist being in a relationship. And as an artist, we talked about the value of what you're doing adding up to the time that you're giving towards it.
Yeah.
And should they equate? And so we had one perspective that we had was...
Question was, have you ever dated an artist? And one response was, yep. It was a struggle making time for one another. Couldn't find balance.
Were they both artists?
Yeah.
See, we need civilian and artist.
Civilian. I got one. I got 2 civilian answers right here. Artist promiscuous. I got 3. Yes, big old whores, AF, and some faith. So yeah, that's what we got.
AF as fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I ain't gonna say who, but it was a male. It was a male who said AF. So that's what he said. So that's what that means.
So we have somebody in the audience from the girl artist perspective, the female artist perspective, saying that most guys think that when she's doing art, it's a hobby.
Oh man,
you ever get that?
Oh, hell yeah, you get that. Or at least for me, shit, hell yeah. I think a hobby, like everybody thinks it's a cool hobby, but like and hey, I'm the only one doing it, so shit, that's what it is.
Yeah,
ain't nobody else doing it but me.
I've gotten
my thing is a hobby you don't get paid for.
Where? What hobby you don't get paid for? I get paid.
If I go out and shoot basketball outside my basketball goal, because that's a hobby of mine.
That's
nobody paying me for that.
That's what you chose to do. Yeah.
What's your real job?
So we got a question.
Real job.
We got a question. I'm not gonna say remove. So what about the artist's partner's dreams?
Okay.
How is there a balance between the two?
Okay.
So if your wife, your girlfriend, significant other has dreams of their own, and you have dreams of your own, how do you make that? We have a producer saying, "Say it out loud."
You take turns.
You take turns on your dream.
Like what's the time limit on taking turns?
The question was about.
There are times where he travels out of the country to do his thing. Clearly, because we have young children, I can't do my thing at the same time. So we take turns.
Take turns doing each other's dreams. And so, how does that work then? Who gets to go first?
That's what I'm saying. We talk.
Who gets the longest time?
Or ladies first?
Yeah, you just spoke earlier about.
Who's upset?
No,
I'm not upset.
No, I said.
Oh,
that's funny how she said it.
No,
look at how upset I was.
I'm sorry.
We weren't upset.
This is offended. We even got started yet. We even got deep in there yet. She already upset.
My bad.
She is drank. I'm
that person is saying we upset.
Whoa. We ain't even got in there yet. But I'm saying, yes, that baffles me. Taking turns on your dream, I don't think that's possible. You know what I mean? The only way you would take a turn on your dream is maybe for a kid, not another person. You know what I mean? So to say that if I meet you, I have to put my dream on hold or you have to put your dream on hold is almost non-negotiable as like just a whole person. You know what I mean? Like for me to just walk in and be like, oh, well,
so you say nobody should have everybody should be able to work on their dream at the same time.
Fucking right. Because if you ain't, then what are you really doing?
Now, what if both y'all working towards your dream conflicts with each other?
That's when the real
you gotta communicate and plan stuff out.
You got to.
That's when you just gotta plan stuff out.
So does that now turn it into turns now?
But I don't think it's taking turns. I just think it's being responsible about exactly what your situation is. And you're not neglecting your art or you're not taking turns or putting a halt on your dreams. You just taking care of what you got to take care of at that moment. Now, if you got a show or something, you got to, or you both of y'all got something to do, then you got to plan it out. Can grandma watch this? Can uncle watch this? You got to figure something out if you got kids and stuff like that. You got to communicate that and figure that kind of stuff out. But you can't halt each other's dreams. Like, I'm like you. I'd be there if I'd be like, well, my wife got a dream, and I'd be like, nah, well,
let me do this.
My dream is first, which can take like 20 years.
Yeah, if I'm done or not, then you can like,
my shit. I work it like this. Whoever got the strongest wave at the time and whose dream is working and are closest to theirs at that time, I'm getting behind that and I'm supporting. I'm not stopping what I'm doing, but I am gonna put some energy to push the one that's already established.
And that's why during that
towards the greater success
out though, right?
I feel like that person's success should lead more into my success.
Yeah.
If we working together in that aspect. So if I'm pushing you along while still doing, because I'm not stopping what I'm doing. I agree with y'all on that. Nobody should fucking stop towards whatever they're dreaming. And I know in some relationships, some people put some shit to the bag, you know, for that other person. And that's financially and, you know, mentally, physically, all that type shit. So it's just finding the balance of what I'm trying to do is not taken away from what I'm got going on at home. And that's the hard part for me. For me, I feel like that's the hard part.
I feel that. I really do feel that.
Just like we said, when you get home after giving the crowd all that energy, it's not fair that you don't give home no energy. So it's the same with that. Like finding the balance of, you know, do I have to not take this show this year? Because if I do, I'm gonna be gone for 2 months. All these times at the end of the night, we're gonna have to find care for the kids, or something like that. And then it starts to add up to. I don't know what I'm gonna get for this show. Gonna add up to.
But what's dope about that time is like me and my wife before we had our kids. We talked about that. She was like you said, we was having that run where we having 4 shows back to back, non-stop working. She's like, when we have kids, are you gonna be able to cut that down? And that was the compromise. So it ain't necessarily say that I'm turning down shows. It just shows that now I won't audition for it because I know I can't take all of that time. It's just I can't do that.
And that's not right. Because you will be gone, shit.
All the time. That'd be like a school year of shows.
So and lead that into the gigs I would take because if the gig can't be worth the time and effort unless I'm like down on my down, then I need that shit, which I hate being in that position. But if the gig ain't gonna be worth the time that I got to spend away from everything that I'm gonna be missing and it don't add up. Then now as older Joe, I don't feel comfortable taking gigs. Before I'm just like
I gotta take it off
because this is what we do. Even that thought right there, like, is it not harder to date or be married or be in a relationship as an artist? Because it's already like really difficult enough just dating or being in a relationship or being married. Like, it's a lot of sacrifices and compromises you got to do.
It's hard to do. I'm moving. I got several characters.
That's great. But what I'm saying is, but you as an artist, you have to balance that already. But you also have to balance what it is just to simply be an artist. Like, can I support this? Can I not? Should I take this? Should I not?
That's a mental mind.
Like, and on top of that, trying that balance, like on personal level, and now you balance
it. Be a whole person.
You know what I mean? So is it harder on an artist? Is that why it's hard dating an artist? Or if it is, I don't think I heard. I don't think
that's why it's hard because any person would say like a CEO that's gone weekly or having to fly out, they would say that, you know, it's hard I have to control the business, the paychecks, and then I got to come home and be. So I think anybody would say, you know, in that aspect, you got to be a fucking juggler to be successful at that shit. I think some people pick and choose like, well, I'm not going to give a fuck about home because I'm dead set on making this goal that I want in life. And so they think if I just concentrate fully on the goal, I'll get there faster, then I'll take care of home. Not realizing that home might not be there for you by the time you lay.
And I'm glad you said that because what I saw on I Am Athlete, the podcast, They actually also had like a dating episode. You know what I mean?
Oh, with the wild.
So we know we're supposed to bring the women on. We got it.
Yes, we know. We might have to do a part 2.
We got the topic right. So we'll do part 2. The women respond.
We got you. We got you.
But
We got you.
We'll shut the fuck up.
What he said was he asked everybody blatantly. You know, everybody was like all in the NFL, all had good career and or reached the height of whatever they was trying to reach. And he asked them like flat out. He was like, if you were that focused on making your like house a household and like solely focused like you are now, would you have been the player that you would have been like then? And pretty much all of them said no. Because it does take laser focus. It does. It takes like so laser focus to break down and reach different heights. So knowing that, or not saying that you can't balance it, but in everybody else's mind, like you know what I mean? Like you gotta totally like go in and then it'll break, you know? So I just found that interesting, like to talk about what you said. You was like, they're so laser focused and they can't, you know, they can't level the other part. So,
and I think you could laser focus in on family too, so much that you let the art go. Now motherfuckers don't see you in no shows no more. You let your body go, all this shit, niggas. You still do things, man. You still acting.
You get fat, man. You get fat.
Like, no, but I'm just a good daddy. I'm a damn good daddy, man. And, you know, my family's good. That's the only way. So it's really, and you don't want it to be one or the other. You know, you want to be able to have both and balance both places, but I feel like it is a sacrifice, and somebody is going to sacrifice, whether it's your partner, you.
But can that sacrifice be even? That's what I want to know.
I don't think it's even. It wouldn't be much of a sacrifice. If you can spend
It don't gotta be one like isolated individual thing, but like can it be even? Like if I'm to sacrifice something this
somebody
week,
gonna take the L. Like you said, somebody. I'm
gonna take it this week. Next week, you taking the L.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The sacrifice can fluctuate, but you just know that there's going to be a sacrifice.
Well, when do you start?
Immediately.
When do you start to sacrifice?
Oh, in the dating stage, well, shit.
Dating stage. When do you start to sacrifice?
That shit weird now. It depends on the level of severity that you think you are with the other person.
I mean,
I think it starts with little things like, I ain't gonna go out because I might be going out, or I might go chill at these niggas' crib every Friday. This Friday, you know, she might want to go do something. So it's like, all right, I just met you or whatever we'll do. Hey, fellas, I'm not going to be able to come this Friday. I'm going to sacrifice my little Friday. I'm going to hang out, and then start with little shit. And then, you know, y'all start to get together, and then start doing
that's
shit.
What you do.
Then you start, then who the fuck else we eating at? So thank you.
Stop. We get that part. That's what you doing. But the question was when. Give me a time frame. No, give me an estimated time frame.
Like, I'm not gonna give you a number.
Just get like estimate.
I don't know. That's like saying Steve Harvey saying wait 90 days to have sex. Like,
I mean, that's what he said. He gave a number. Shit, he shot one out there. And people like, okay, 90 days. Shit.
You can have an understanding of what you're trying to pursue your dreams. So what's the time frame? When do you start to cut back? And she has an issue with you taking so many gigs, or you're gone to all these, you know, cast parties.
Well, you know, right off top, that's what I'm saying. You wouldn't go as far if I'm right off bat. I'm saying, well, I gotta go rehearsing. You like, what the fuck is rehearsing? You gotta be goddamn again. You just was there yesterday. Yes, all week.
That's not gonna work.
So I'm not, you know, with this ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, you put that in whatever category that.
So you'll know before you even really need to know.
You hope you know.
You hope you know.
I'm with
that. It could change.
It could change. I can roll with that.
Because they and I think it's fair to say that our partners can start off with one baby being very supportive of it, and they can get, if we get frustrated about our own fucking career being stagnant or not being where it is, I'm sure they get motherfucking frustrated with us being fucking stagnant too, nigga. Like, I'm back at,
man, I ain't get the show.
back at dinner again. Oh, you at
Damn, man, I ain't
you
get
doing
that.
another show there? Oh.
You didn't get
How
it.
many that see?
Oh, you didn't get it. Damn.
So I think it is fair to say that I mean, even though we don't want to hear that they frustrated while we're frustrated, which is hard, I think it's okay to say that they get frustrated that look, nigga, ain't shit popped in 2 years, nigga. What the fuck is happening?
Yes.
What's going on? What we doing?
Yes. That's real. That's real because you kind of asking the same questions too, just maybe not as like on the front line and like in your face, but because they like, what's up? What you gonna do? And you like, man, what am I gonna do? And you know what I mean? And they're like, what's up? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What's about to happen? I'm like,
Trying to figure it out.
so that just that disconnect right there is already gonna be like, ah.
Yes.
I think any person in a relationship should have a voice. I don't care what your status is as far as financial wise or power wise or gender wise within the relationship. I think both people should have a voice and be able to say how they feel about the other person, or that shit ain't really real.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
I don't know.
I think you should have a voice. So if I feel some type of way about something, I should be able to say that. And
yes,
make a discussion.
I know I'm gonna say it. Like, shit, I'm gonna say it regardless. Like, I mean, it ain't hard to know me and know what I do. You know, whether you like it or not. You know, I don't
know if I always say it. A lot of my shit is non-verbal.
One of my toughest things is communication.
I get my fiance that. A lot of my shit is non-verbal. Fuck wrong with you? I'm good.
Don't say nothing.
Everything is okay.
Don't say nothing.
Everything is okay.
I had an awesome day.
Because they say nothing. I don't know, man. I don't know. Because, like, when it comes to like doing like art in general, I'm always gonna say it and it's gonna be done. Like going in before we even get there. Like, hey, I'm doing this. This is what I'm doing. You don't gotta like it. You can come if you want. I wouldn't mind if you did, but this is where I'm gonna be at.
Okay.
So
this leads to a good question that Fanny asked. So, as an artist's partner, when is it okay to critique one's work? Ooh. Or have something to say about your actual art? Maybe not you in the relationship, but maybe your actual fucking art.
That's a good question. How do we break that down first?
Anything your partner say, yeah, you really missed it tonight.
And then I say, man, this only your second show. This the second time you came to see me in the show. You talking about, oh, it ain't that good. How do you know? How do you know? How many shows have you been to?
The shows you used.
This your second show you ever seen?
I'm just saying, the show I saw last time.
Man,
it was like, I don't know, it was just different.
Yeah, it was different. It's a different show. That's pretty much what kind of happens from show to show.
Do they need to be skilled in the art to critique you?
I mean, I wouldn't even say skilled in the art because, like, let's be real. Like,
they're the consumers, they're the ones coming to watch it.
Exactly.
They think you're terrible and you think you're good.
And the truth is, we still do the shows and the shit that we do for the audience. Either way, they teach you that in acting 101 and film 101.
So if you got home and whoever you talked to said, hey, you that one scene in the kitchen is a little wasn't as strong. It ain't as branding as I seen.
Yeah.
So you mean when you go do that show tomorrow, you're not gonna be having that in your mind?
No,
Absolutely.
no,
Absolutely.
because
I'm gonna murder that fucking scene. What you talking about? I will never. That scene will never be said. Nothing crazy about that again. Are you fucking kidding me? Goddamn right. My wife critique. Fuck what you talking about. Tell me that shit bad. Just let me know. I don't know. Goddamn right.
Can't critiques too.
Oh yeah, she.
But
She'll know what she talking about though. But she know what she talking about. You know what I mean? Like it's different if you sitting there and you just saying some shit that just don't relate. You have no idea. If I explain the process to you and you still can't understand, then I'm not gonna go back and forth with you.
And that's true. Like, what if? So before I get into what I was saying, I just want to, I just thought about it. Like, so what if someone that isn't in depth into the arts, that's your partner, and they comes and critiques you? Like, how does that affect your performance?
It don't pull up ting.
What if they try to compare? Well, the Tyler Perry play I saw was
I wish you would tell you shit to Tyler Perry. Boy, you better.
nobody's saying.
It'd be over probably. It would be.
Oh no!
Oh my goodness, bro!
Don't even come calling me
be
back. You waiting on them to stay? You ain't coming to my show.
Over.
I mean, the show was good in my show, but nobody's saying.
Never talk to you again.
The Tyler Perry show I saw,
I would never talk to you again. I'm leaving you right there. Thought I was going to the cast party. I'm going to the cast party.
I'm going to the cast party alone. I'm going to the cast party alone.
Party of one.
No, coming there talking Tyler Perry. You got me effed up.
What?
But that is a good question. I think, yes, your partner should be able to critique, and you should take it serious. I like to hear everybody's critique. Like, I'm a critique hound. Like, I have people I've been in shows with, they don't like to read the reviews to the end of the show. Like, I be in them shit, clicking, waiting for them shit to pop. Right when they pop out, oh, there it go. And I'm reading that shit. You know, not to say that it affects my work. I like hearing people's different perspective of how they received what they saw. Now, if you have something to say as far as the performance, like, nigga, the energy was low or da-da-da-da, but past that, if it's just about the overall part, then I'm going to just take it as that's how you receive this show. Okay, so if you like, really didn't, like, I ain't right the motherfucker. Yeah. So you received it in a way that it was.
I ain't gonna front. Like, reviews or just like, oh, you did great or oh, that was bad. I ain't saying that I don't listen because, you know, it is very warranted. I ain't gonna say like it's unwarranted. Like, once you get past the director, like, I might have did great, but they might not have did something on how it was set, you know what I mean? But, like, for me, I only give it one way. So, I mean, like, that's the only way it's going to be all the time. So, if you do or do not like it, it ain't really much I can do once we put the show up. You know what I mean? Like, this is it. Like, this is how the show gonna be for the next.
You are not gonna leave it and this is it.
You know what I mean? You know, like, I ain't gonna dress it.
No, you're not gonna dress it.
Like, this shit, it's the same show it's gonna be for the next 30, 40 times.
Nah,
like, the only thing that makes different is the depth of which the emotion can go. But other than that,
and how more comfortable you are with these words you hold now.
Yeah.
Because they now become fucking one with your fucking verbiage now.
Straight up.
From farm to table, nigga. Like,
definitely grows on you.
And
then you gotta lose them words.
So
soon as the show with.
I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Throw it out there, bro.
Throw it.
Does being a good actor make people gravitate to you more?
Groupies?
That's what you mean?
No. No.
You mean
I'm just saying, like, the allure of people watching you, like, do the thing you do, like, does that, like, do you think that plays a part in dating?
Yes.
It does not.
It depends on which setting that person has caught you in.
Yeah.
If they caught
you in the setting, like, of the show?
Nah, like
No,
if I caught you and you were doing your thing on stage, then that's my first, perspective of you. Rather than, oh, we was in Starbucks and you ordered some stupid ass drink, and that made me laugh because you that, or you just in the library sitting together and you was reading some book that I was like, oh, I read that. It's just depending upon which way we encountered each other is the bit, and then it still leads to a mistake, but then I might meet you at Starbucks, but then here, come to my show. Now the next time you see me, I'm on stage, I'm doing this, and this. And now it's like, but I do overall. I think it does make people interested rather than somebody that has a regular.
It makes you question if the emotions are real or not. That's tough. Like how as an artist, I've had to battle that. So how do you battle that? Like how do you? I don't even want to say battle. That sounds like that's a brace. You know what I'm saying? So how do you deal with that? Like when people thinking that your emotions aren't honest because you do.
Oh, you lying? You an actor?
Or
that's it.
I get that. Oh, you lie easy, yo. I'm the one that don't. I'm definitely the one that don't. Like,
I think that's the thing about actors. I think good actors are terrible at real lying.
I'm not a good liar.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not a good liar, bro.
I think anybody is as good as lying as much as you've been practicing it. If you don't practice it a lot, you're not good at it.
I just play roles. I play roles. I don't play lies. You know what I'm saying? Once that role is over with, I'm not a liar in real life. I'm just not gonna lie.
Yeah, when I'm this person, he ain't lying. Like, period. I don't know how that works for the.
I mean, you just gotta watch it. It's like everybody, you gotta watch their patterns. A girl can say, I'm this, and this, and be in corporate America and wind up not being all that. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, it's watching patterns, watching is what you say, what you do. And then learning, and if I choose to stick with you, learning that, you might say this sometimes, but not do this. Or you might do this sometimes and say this. So it's just learning who the fuck you dealing with.
I mean,
and choosing to deal with that motherfucker.
And deal with that shit, yeah.
I don't know. So we got some comments saying, y'all are good if you're good at what you do. But have you ever dated someone who treated you like a trophy because you were or are good at what you do?
No,
not to my knowledge.
I'm short.
What?
I'm not really like the trophy dude. Like you wouldn't look at me and be like, "Oh, that nigga's the trophy guy." I'm cool with that. I'm an average Joe looking great. I'm cute, but nonetheless, I'm not a trophy. Like, are you saying because I'm good at my art and somebody wanted me to come around?
And they like, I'm with this. They dropping your name alive. I don't know.
I'm the trophy.
I don't know. I don't know.
Don't say it out loud.
You've been treated like a trophy.
You've been treated like a trophy. Been slutted around.
What? No.
Trophy been slutted around.
No.
I guess I used the wrong word.
I'm the trophy.
My bad. Wrong word.
That's what I want.
Your eye candy. Is that a better word?
No, ain't no eye. No. King shit.
Is it a status thing? Like, because I think for us as artists, it fluctuates from show to show. Like, if I bring you to opening night, or Kate comes to opening night with me, or we go to the cast party and shit afterwards, it's up to her to determine if it's a status thing. Like, oh, I'm walking into the party with the nigga that was just in the show. All these people are here because of this dude, or because of
he's so popular. He's so popular.
But at the same time, you can go to a company party and just be her guy.
Hey, Cheryl. Joe, we've heard so much about you. Oh my gosh, I couldn't finally see.
Then they're gonna put you in a corner with the rest of the guys and be like, "You like football? You like football? Y'all should talk.
We looking at the pool, drinking drinks, talking about football.
So you like football?
Yeah.
What you like to do?
Who your
What you like to
team?
do?
Who your team? Are you a Texans fan?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it depends on who you with. Because if you have a woman where she gonna get that same type of feel in her work field or in what she do, so that when you come in, they not looking like, oh, who, you know, they the attention ain't on you, it's really on her. And who's the little dude you bro with you?
Yeah. Like that.
I think that's dope for the woman, but at the same time, in our field, it's gonna happen the same way. On opening night, they don't give a fuck who. You know, them people come. Can I take a picture with you?
But yeah.
I'm sorry. I do it.
That's straight up.
Yeah. See,
And I don't know if that. We would have to hear from the women if does that affect them in any type of way. Does that affect them? That because I can equate it to me having to deal with my parents after church. If I wanted to go holler at my parents would finish church, and you know it's a line of people that want to talk to the pastor after church. So I just want to ask my mom, can I go fucking spend the night at so and so crib, or can I go with him after church because they finna go to Piccadilly's or some shit? You know, can I roll with them? I gotta wait in line to talk to my fucking parents. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm in there like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
You know, so do they have that same type of? Because I felt some type of way about that as a kid. You know, so did your girl have that same type of feeling?
Like I mean, on the other side, like if you are at that status, you know what I mean. Like when you are like a prominent minister, like you can equate it the same way, or as far as like how things happen. Like after the thing happens, how many people like are walking up being like, "Oh my God, that's great," while you just sitting there trying to still have a regular personal relationship with the person. You know what
And I also think it's how much you include your person into what you're doing. So, for example, Toby and his wife, she's included in everything. So it's an equal thing when you meet. She don't get pushed to the side and they just try to flood Toby. They here to see both of them.
And she go hard too.
And that's dope. And just let each other flourish. It's your time to shine. Your time to shine. That shit is just dope.
So I think it's just based on who you with, how that person can handle what you do, you know, and that's them having a full understanding. And sometimes it's on you to give them that understanding of what it is I fully do, and not just let them figure it out for themselves. Because I think I learned that it's been harder to let them figure out themselves rather than explaining.
Open them out and say what's going on.
Yeah.
That's real. Like you
got quick how I said that.
Yeah, you got you got to be like, hey, she about to happen like this, it's gonna happen like that, and that's what you need to know. Mm-hmm. Like you just gotta put that out there. What?
What?
You have to talk about how your woman feels about people rushing you. Like they say the problem. What about on stage or on stage when you have that talk about the type of shows?
Like it's gonna be an love scene.
Like what you want?
What do you do as an artist with love scene?
I had to learn. I won't say the
I can only say from my perspective.
I had to learn. Yeah, I had to learn.
I mention it, and you know they act like they don't care. And then they get there and they see it, and it's like they make little snide remarks and shit about it. But I don't know. You would have to ask. That's another, women question. Like, how do I feel doing it as an artist? Doing it to me, it's just the work. So it's not a personal thing. I can't chalk it in my mind as I can't put it in the category. Oh shit, nigga, you cheating on your loved one. You cheating on who you with because you doing this makeout scene on stage. I gotta put it in the compartment of I'm an actor. This is what the scene called for. This is his role. This is who this character. This is what he's doing. It makes sense in the script.
Yeah,
it's not just randomly thrown in there and done distastefully. I'm not.
And it's not porn, so we're not like actually having sex. Like it's TV.
If you're sniffing others in the audience and other shows.
I do the same.
Yeah,
my wife, she just gotta know ahead of time what's going on. She just don't want to pull up, bring her homegirl, not knowing that, oh, you're going to be naked in your boxes all
Again, it's on communication. As long as you you can't just be like, yeah, I got a little kissing scene in this show that we got to do this. And then you get to preview night and you in a fucking 10-minute love scene.
You can't do that.
Getting naked and all this shit. Like, that's not communicating well. You know?
What type of love scene it is. How many kisses you have to do? You feeling on her booty? You know?
I don't have to give him this. See, I had to do all that.
I ain't gotta do all that. I gotta be
and what's about to happen, and that it's not even asked. It's not like they saying, "Tell me what the fuck going on." You know, how many kisses did it? What's the kiss? What's the blocking?
Yeah, but you would have to
see your blocking.
You would have to blocking.
Let me see your blocking.
Let me see your notes.
Let me see your notes.
Let me see your blocking.
What have you been doing that kissing scene? Let me see them notes.
See them notes said 2 picks. You did 3 when I saw it.
Why the director keep telling you too long on the kissing scene?
Wait, they hit on the rehearsal process, everything.
No,
like, hey,
bro.
Like I think my biggest challenge with it, like we said, we gonna do the work. We gonna do the work. I think my biggest challenge is like now, if like depending on how serious it is, or if it is at all, like, do I tell you like now? When the show first starts, because I probably read the script, you know what I mean? So, like, I know if there's the intimate scene. Or do I wait until rehearsal as an artist and figure out what it's actually going to look like?
So you
and then, depending on that, because sometimes, like, you know, some directors, they'll be like, oh, okay, well, y'all can just do it like this. And you end up not really having to do nothing at all. Yeah. So, it's like, why sound alarm if ain't nothing going on?
It's not an alarm.
I would definitely want to, like, for me personally, I think I'm going to wait for option B, like in rehearsal. Because I want to know what you're going to have me doing first. Even just for me as the actor. Like, I want to know this. Like, I want to know, like, what levels you about to take this scene. So
that's what I'm asking. So as a partner,
good, comfortable, you know what I mean?
If it was vice versa, and we had women that were in the arts and had love scenes or makeout scenes coming up, how would you want it to come to you?
Before the audition.
You said before the audition, god damn. Before the audition, can I get some partners?
What show? She like when the season lineup come out, nigga. You supposed to know. That's a sex show right there. I might audition for that one.
If I get the role, whenever I get the role and I read the script, I just be like,
when I read
I got
it. Okay, if you had a woman that say our women were in the arts field and they had a sex scene or a makeout scene coming up, how would you want them to tell you how much time do you need? Like, because we were discussing how much time they would need. How much time would you need to know that that's going down? And how much info would you need to know about it?
Time, I don't know. But I can tell you what I've done. What I did was like, hey, read this scene with me. And, like,
I've done that before.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I got to do this scene. Like, you don't even got to do it. Like, just read it with me. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, hey, I'm about to do this. So it's not a surprise. I never read the script before I got it.
Dang. We finding out together.
Hey, we like.
So you would want your girl to say, "Read this scene with me."
I would. And be like, as I read it, I'm like, oh, okay.
And
I'll be like, okay. So
and now she's straddling. I gotta do all this, and
then I'm gonna be like, okay. Okay now, like,
what do your okays mean? You saying a lot with your okays.
Okay.
That is what niggas do.
Hey, okay. So y'all
doing this, huh? Okay. You doing this, huh?
What if you get attached to the person you should?
We got Kay saying, no, Brandon, you share the whole process as it evolves for all intimate sex.
Oh, man. Okay.
What if you get attached to the person you're doing the love thing?
You're not supposed to.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to.
It's against the rules.
Man,
Huh? Woo!
Ooh.
Have I ever did a show with an ex?
Woo!
Ooh.
I've
I
never done
don't
a show
really,
with
I don't really have
That's
like
when
an
it becomes
actress
work.
though.
Yeah, I don't have an
I'm
actress.
about to go
ex.
clock
I don't have
in.
an
I'm gonna
actress
do this
ex.
little scene right here. I'm about to clock out.
Yeah, like I
About to punch in.
don't have an actress ex.
Joe, you gonna hang out? Nah, I ain't hanging out.
No, I'm going home. Straight home.
Yeah.
Straight
You
home.
go home tonight.
I'm going home.
Yeah. We bad out here. Go home.
Yeah, I'm going.
So Kay
Wow.
said that you should have a process as involved. Okay, I hear that. I don't know if I've always done that, but I've damn near I have chimed in, and we do read scenes together.
Okay. That's
So
fair.
you
I
get
think
out
that's
there. But
I
the
think
scenes
that's-
aren't the
I think
blockers.
that's
You
the
don't get a
key for
full feel of what's going
yeah,
on.
that's what I'm saying. I think that's the easiest way to like
I
just
tell.
offer the information up.
And what we're doing is constantly changing. So we've had shit change right before.
But you
over
read the words, and now the worst part is your imagination gets to work on it just like mine does. So you ain't gonna see the show until the show happens.
Now, do actors get attached that have love scenes? Yes.
Yes, they
Is
do.
it because they're in the
sure do.
love scene? No. It's because that you're spending rehearsal with somebody for fucking too much.
Love feeding.
And they build some type of bond. But it does happen for the people that did ask that earlier. I'm not
That's
saying,
acting 101.
but
Rule number
in my
one.
case, I don't like to blur those lines.
No. If we in the show,
it gets
ain't
weird.
going on.
It gets weird.
No. If we in the show, it ain't happening. Not as long as this motherfucker is going on.
Mm-mm.
I can guarantee that it ain't no.
Nope.
No.
Mm-mm.
I done it before.
You say I done it before. After all no, I done it before.
I done it before. No.
He said
You
no.
know when a
No.
nigga says no too many times.
I mean, he experienced the
It's a lot of
shit out of that.
No.
And that boy don't never want to go back.
So
Did the work suffer, or was you too intense in a relationship?
Either or. It could be either or.
it makes
It
the
could be
work.
either or.
It makes the
For me,
work
I
hard.
ain't gonna front y'all. I ain't gonna fault. Like I'm still gonna be cold.
Yeah, but it makes the work harder than it needs to.
It does. And I'm like, no, and I don't, there's no need.
That's why artists, that's why when y'all people that aren't theater people or actors, when y'all go to yoga and they tell y'all to find your center, find your place of peace, they tell y'all that in these seminars in corporate and all that shit. That's the same thing we're trying to do as actors. We're trying to have a clear mind when we go on stage so we can do what we need to do. Now, some people like to start little arguments and then let you go off to work. And now that clear mind is on some other shit while having to deliver this full character that you have to
And I'm
do.
about to be here for 2.5, maybe 3 hours. The show 2 hours, and we still got to be there about an hour before. So that's 3 hours. You just pissed me off before I got in the car.
Yep.
So I'm pissed off the entire drive there. When I get there, I take a moment in the car and try to move God out.
Center
right?
yourself.
That shit.
And then you walk inside. And you see people and you like, oh, okay. Hey, how you doing? You feel it go down, but you go in the dressing room, maybe something wrong happened, right? Ignite it right back up. Now you
ain't got no tissue?
Now you really
This
mad.
motherfucker ain't never got no tissue.
And now you like, you know what? And I know why I'm fucking mad. So now you got to try to channel that into the show. You know what I'm
Have
saying?
you ever argued in between scenes in the show?
Outside. Places. All right. Please, no.
Yes, bro. Thinking that this.
Yes. Please.
Joe trying to start the show. Hold on.
Please.
Yes.
And I mean, and I know, if we've done the show enough, I know I got at least about a 15-minute window right
know,
here.
yeah.
As soon as I come off stage,
Look here.
Already.
Really? I'm doing a show
Right now? You want to do this right now?
No.
Like, you couldn't wait till I get home.
Look, don't
tell me. I'm going to hit my phone.
Text.
Oh, so you did not text me.
Text. That's how it happened, bro. I'm
Oh, man, bro.
Oh, it is the weakest shit you can see. If there could be a camera on us at that time, and how we go from and then go through the curtains.
Straight up. Yeah.
So y'all ain't got no beer over here?
Whole different person.
Ah, they ain't got no beer. They go right off stage,
and run to your phone.
and all you say, now you having a good show, but all you say, you fucking up my show.
Yeah,
I'm fucking up my show. I'm fucking up my show. That's all you say. But you killing it out there because you just run that all everything that you know. See,
your heart
working like this,
all of it. But you still mad?
Just running with you. Like, all right, let's go. Let's go.
Acting is a great way to release some of that energy, bro. Because I promise, by the time you get to the end of the show, however you felt about whatever y'all was arguing about before that show, you're gonna look at it in a different manner. Unless that shit ain't died down. You got for something just continue on. Like, now that I'm off the stage, motherfucker.
Nah, I ain't gonna front. And that adrenaline will follow you. Like, if you don't, like I say, that's why you gotta decompress.
You gotta hold that shit.
Because we was already
into some type of other energy.
I gotta use it on stage, bro.
No, I'm talking about when you come off stage and you still, and like the shit is still going on. If you don't take that moment to decompress, you go right back into, son, I don't care. I'm still calling you later. Bye.
Yeah. Big fact.
I don't want to talk about it.
And we're not saying that other people got jobs. We know y'all got to go into your jobs and be in the office and make sure that you just had an argument with your man and you got to go in the office and fix your feelings too, so you can work and do the job that needs to be done. We understand. It's just our job is in front of hundreds to maybe thousands of people at one time. And if any one of them see that you are not in the right state of mind,
is he having a bad day?
See, a bad day at our job is
think he's having
very bad for business.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
He's not happy.
Very bad.
I'm not saying that anybody else isn't, but a bad day at our job is very bad.
You never know who out there.
Me fucking up on stage
is not the same as you accidentally dropping a call at work. Like, it's not the same. It's not the same. Like, me coming up here and effing up this entire show because I'm not focused is not the same thing as you just forgot to call in to work today.
Because I would not compare me doing my show to a doctor doing a heart transplant. Not the same fucking thing. Heart transplant, way more fucking important right now. Do I need to see a fucking play right now? No, the fuck I don't. I need to see this motherfucker get another heart. I'd rather that happen than this goddamn play. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's levels to this shit. Like, a bad day for a motherfucking surgeon, a bad day for a surgeon or a doctor, that's fucked up.
Bad day for the patient.
Bad day for a fucking...
Everybody loses, guys.
Your life. That's what you lose.
That's all the winners.
Your life.
A bad day for a pilot.
You're right. There are much more worse days than having a worse day.
So I'm saying there's levels to this shit. We're just on a little tier level high because it's in front of a lot of people and it's hard to fucking do a job with everybody watching you do your fucking job. Imagine whatever you do right now, it's 500 people.
Like everybody in corporate. Everybody in corporate.
And critiquing everything you do.
Everything.
Why she stapled in papers like that?
But hold on, Tommy. No.
She gonna say like that? She could have just went to that other app and then went in there and put the links down.
You gotta explain it right. You gotta explain it right. For 3 weeks, they gonna watch you and tell you how good or bad you doing. Then for 3 more weeks, they just gonna sit back and look at it and not say nothing after they said something to you about it every single day. They said something to you about your work all the corporate hovering over you every single day. They telling you for 3 weeks straight,
and then
the next 3 weeks
they don't say nothing.
Don't say a word. And you like,
and you know they there.
You like, well,
but they got nothing to say about what you're doing.
Nah. Did I do it like the did I do that thing? I don't know anymore. Like, you know,
you should have it after 3 weeks.
That's what it's like. That's the best way I can explain it.
You should have it after 3 weeks.
That's real.
I mean, I'm not saying you don't.
No,
you don't have. Oh yeah, I was like shit.
But the compartmentalizing game, the way you got to compartmentalize is very real for actors, and I think some of them do it well because we're always doing that with certain roles. So we have to close down roles, throw them away, move on to the next shows, make sure that this motherfucker don't bleed into this show. So I gotta compartmentalize. So it's a muscle that I'm used to using. So when it does involve us being in relationships and shit, it might be bad on the person that we're dealing with because they see, oh, that shit don't mean nothing to them. But it's not really that. It's the fact that I compartmentalize very well. And so I put that in this little box. Not to say I won't come back to that box, but I put that in this little box. Maybe we'll come back to it. Maybe we'll just move the fuck on from it.
Yeah.
But I put it in this box so I can move forward on what the fuck else I do have to do, either with this day or with my life. And sometimes you don't compartmentalize, and then you get stuck right there.
What happened? I was just about to say, you get stuck when you don't do that.
That's what I'm saying. And when it doesn't happen, then you get stuck. And I think I've been stuck before too. I've just been stuck. Somebody had to jumpstart my ass, nigga.
Just in a nutshell, I ain't gonna front. I think it's hard being any person pursuing something that is truly gonna like serve you, but doesn't 100% serve the other person you with. Like they just get in on it because you're so adamant about it. But like, there's nobody like. I mean, we all got kids. You know what I mean? Like tactics change and goals change. Like now I gotta do this for my kid, but it's still your thing though. Mm-hmm. You are just working it in a manner to serve your purpose and your situation. But it's still the thing that you want. You know what I mean? So how hard is it to always keep that thing that's 100% yours that you do freely share out, but the other person knows like this has always been your thing and it's always like that, regardless of how you shape it to work for everybody else or not. Like, but it's still always your thing, though. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't pick it for you. Like, they just came in and it was like, okay, I don't mind doing this with you, but that don't mean it's their thing. You know what I mean? So
I think they gotta find the best way to support you in what you're doing. Yeah. I think some people try to force what they feel like is their way of supporting you. And that might not be the exact way, and it might cause conflict because that wasn't the right way to support me in this. I mean, I see that you're trying to support me, but the communication aspect of it, of me voicing how I need support at this time, because it might change, you know. I might need this type of support this time around, or I might need support in this area this time, or I always need this support, you know. And it's just up to how you communicate with, you know, this is how I need to be supported in what I'm doing. Does it have to become your thing? That's a different thing. Because I don't want, unless my woman was already involved in it, I don't want her to become my thing or involve herself to the point that she has to become it for me to feel okay about doing it. But I do want to feel some sense of support in what I'm doing in a level that does serve me. And I want to do the same for her. And be able to support her in that same manner in things that she has and that things she's doing that might not have shit to do with the fuck I want to do.
That's real.
But I attend to it in a way that I attend to my own shit.
Yeah. Look, I was about to say something, but now I'm like, hell, that was it. That was it, though. But, you know, I mean, I can't be mad at that.
But that's a good point that you made.
Yeah, because, you know, like, I don't want to say like, well, for me, in the back of my mind, you could say it's selfish. You know what I mean? But for the way that
it can be selfish.
It can be, but for the way that I'm working it out, it's not. You know what I mean? Like, shit, it's still for everybody or everybody that needs to be involved. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that is what it is. Like, I still structure the thing that I can do and what I want to do around what I have to do. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that's
you know
life.
what I mean?
That's
And
life.
pretty much, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know why it's so different for us to even have a specific conversation of dating an artist. Like, I'm just as regular as the next nigga, you know? But
And that might be the end
it
after. Like,
seems that way, but
dating an
everybody knows
artist,
that ain't true.
I mean, I don't think it. And again, you would have to hear from the perspective of the people that actually fucking date us or date other artists.
Yeah.
And then you'd have to get into specific. Is it different dating actors? If it's different dating fucking poets? Is it different dating actual artists? You know, that do contemporary art or things like that? Is it different dating a musician? Is it different dating a singer?
Yeah.
You know, and those categories of is that
The
different?
artistry.
And then we can give our perspective from the actor side, but I think Brandon got a good point. It's like, first off, you gotta look at everybody you're dealing with as a fucking person first. And is this person good enough or in a place that you want to vibe with this person? Minus profession, minus what the fuck they are, all that.
Yeah.
Is this person a good person that fits with you? Does this person serve you? Do you serve? All that. Does that come together well? If it doesn't, then off top that fuck, damn if he a fucking artist or whatnot, just is this motherfucker a good person? And so it shouldn't be dating an artist. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
but it is the thing. It
Yeah.
is the thing because it comes with its own set of things.
Because you can't say dating an NBA player ain't a thing.
Don't
You
come
can't
with
say
its own
that.
set of things.
Dating a football player ain't a thing.
Definitely
You
come
know
with
what I'm
its
saying?
own set of things.
So I
Do you feel as an actor dating an artist that your partner is at a constant level of alert of people? Like if you're still trying to pursue a dream or goal, you're still looking for that dream role, so to speak, but you already not. And if you get a movie deal, you gotta go shoot in New Zealand. Is that partner always at a thought that at some point we may need to move our lives to Facebook because my husband or boyfriend or whatever is still pursuing this dream?
We were talking, me and my wife had that conversation before, and it's on both hands. Like, if she's following her dreams, and like you said, her dream approach first, and we had to relocate where we are to make that happen, that's what we're doing. I can teach anywhere. You know what I'm saying? And I believe it would be the same now. I don't know about as far as work structure for her. Maybe she would have to find something else. Or maybe I could be able to just take care of it if whatever deal I got or work I was given. Of course,
move like
I ain't gonna move. Yeah, it's gonna have to be very, very lucrative to take care of me and her, where she wouldn't have to do nothing or my kids, any of that. So if that was a possibility, then we just do what we gotta do, move it out, and if she finds something out there, she wanna do something, then I support that.
Yeah,
and make it
I feel
happen.
like Kate the same way. She'll set up shop wherever, as long as what we're leaving to go do or what I'm doing. And you can't ask somebody to just up and move with you, and you going out there iffy like that a motherfucker. I feel like you gotta be solid. You gotta be solid and confident. I think if your partner
even trust in that,
if your partner sees the confidence that you have and what you going, the determination, and that you actually plan this out and set up a good plan and structured idea of why you want to do this. If that partner trusts you, then you be out. And I think for my case, we be out. And they would figure out their situation wherever you are, as long as they know we good wherever we going, based on what you going to do.
Yeah.
And that you going to do it with a good head on your shoulders, and you going to do it, with an actual fucking plan. We're not just gonna be out there like
we got that colors
doing the same thing.
You get that shot in a different city. Man, that's nobody we can take care of.
You can't be doing what you were doing here that was putting you through whatever stressful situation, and then it's
somewhere else.
to a different city.
But the issue is artistry itself can or has a tendency to like be a nomadic type of life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or at least like going from place to place, like whether you're a singer, like musician or actor or even an athlete. You know what I mean? It's a very nomadic life, so you constantly like on the move.
That's what the sacrifice.
And so the question is like, do you find the place that you go the most and settle there, or do you settle here and then just do what you got to do and just always come back? Like, how does that work? Do you not accept work? Do you accept all the work you can? Like, what?
See, for me, that's why I got to a
real
point.
Conversation right there.
For me, that's why I got to the point where I got to pick and choose what I can do. I can't take everything that fall on the plate because it's going to create more harm in my household than good for my fucking career. You see what I'm saying? So I'd rather just not do that fucking gig and not have to have a headache in my household because I'm spending weeks doing this shit that's only gonna pay me this much. And now you just spend all this time and the investment in that time and not pay out to be what the fuck. I don't care even. And what's hard to translate to our partners also is that we do feel like we getting in moments where we are in a role and that, you know, our career is going to that and then we got that shit and then it's go, you know what I'm saying? So it's like
everybody up here, so.
You see what I'm saying? So it's also that we deal with that thinking that, yeah, okay, we move. I went and we noticed that our career is going because we know where we started. We know shit. Before I met you, I was doing these fucking children's shows. I would get $50 a pop. I like, if you would just know that what I'm getting now is really different. Like, the fact that I have healthcare right now
for me, like healthcare, 401k, baby, like we ain't playing no games. Like it's legit. Like
those that do date artists understand that. They understand that there is a necessity to provide and to add to what's going on in the household.
Yeah.
And there are times that we do feel like we are about to take off. And that shit only go... Like, I've been on national TV doing poetry before. I thought after that, oh, shit, I'm taking... Like, I had to go right back to work the next day. Nigga, even after doing the show, nigga, they put you on the plane and you back, they take your tag off you, and you back to work. Yeah, you go right back to fucking rock, came back and got right back on stage and finishing the show I was doing that stage. And then I had to go back to auditioning and doing that. It wasn't no magic carpet that was just like, oh, nigga, this is it. You know what I'm saying? So,
and I think that's where people get misconstrued because, like, although we do put in a lot of time and we give a lot of time, but we also get a lot of flexible time. And we are flexible enough to have more than one like job or stream or income.
Just like house dad.
The dude, yeah, like the dude that we saw on Trader Joe's. And Trader Joe's like, why is he doing that? And he was like, what you mean? Why am I here? Like, I'm doing the same thing everybody else do. Like,
because as actors, our goal is to connect. It has to connect. I want to get to a point where all my shit just connects to a year-round thing. Like your job does. You know, every year I'm going to come in, I'm going to have this. I got a quarterly report. I got this many vacation. And so that's what we try to do as artists is know that at the beginning of this year, I'm trying to book this show here. That cover that 6 months right there. I got half a year booked. Now, if I could just get this other year, the other 6 months taken care of, I'm good for that year. And then I'm
every other dollar that fall between the cracks on the way.
And anywhere I don't have work, I'm picking up work to connect, to make it all connect, to make the money keep
it's a puzzle, man.
Touching each other. Because sometimes it don't.
Man, that shit have big ass gap. I don't even be
close
sometimes.
I'm gonna work.
You be like, where you at?
I'm gonna work.
Yeah, bigger than
I'm gonna do all the
So it's really in how much you believe in the fucking artist you're dating. And you have to be honest with that artist.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be brutally honest. Like, this shit suck. Ain't none of it ever gonna make it. You're not gonna make it. You know, that's just, that would cause other mental issues.
Yeah, that would be a
because artists are sensitive about their shit. So as much as hard as
some critics don't like your shit. They say it was bad.
They will.
But you ain't gotta go home to them. But you ain't gotta go home to them.
But coming from your own home, though, is a different thing.
Oh, bro.
To read it in the paper, you can throw the paper away and be like, well, let me go home where people love me. And you get home and they be like, look, that was a terrible
I can't say I experienced that moment. So, I do pretty okay. So I do pretty damn good work. Okay,
I have experienced that. I have
I
experienced.
came back and was like, damn, I did horrible today.
I have experienced. Why did you do that gig?
Yeah, why did you do that show? Yeah, why did you do that
Yeah,
show?
I'm definitely.
Why is talking about singing in that one?
Yeah,
I
it's
get
never
that.
me. Really, it's the whole overall event or
I
show.
really didn't like the
You were good,
the whole thing.
It just
I mean, you were good. I watched you. What's your friend's name?
Brandon was good
Yeah,
too.
I know him.
I enjoyed
I
Brandon.
know him.
And what's the girl name that you
I
did the
love
other
Rachel.
show with?
I love
She
Rachel.
good.
Rachel was
Show,
good.
right?
She
I ain't
good.
too much care for the.
Who's the new guy? He.
Mm-mm.
I don't like him. I don't like him.
Mm-mm.
Is he gonna be in other shows?
That's messed up, bro. I can't say I
For real.
can't say yet, but let's just hope we don't.
Do you ever perform for your loved one?
Yes.
Like,
Well, I'm trying to learn
perform.
lines.
Like, have you performed? Like, not no
Like,
line.
like role play?
Like, not role. It could be role play. Or have you performed? Like, my engagement. My engagement was a performance.
What we talking about?
When I asked Kate, it was a performance. When I performed, it was real effort,
Okay.
which is why I almost fucking threw up and shit because fucking heart was trying to jump out my chest. But is it?
I was a part of that.
Yeah. Have you performed for a person you with? I know as poets we have, so I know all my poets would say, "Fuck it."
I don't think
But
I
as a
performed.
actor-
Have I performed? I don't think I performed.
I don't know nobody that can say I just was like, let me do this motherfucker.
But you a part, you know what I'm saying? Like I just, I was trying something out, you know. Yeah, if you helping me out and nothing else,
Like, never.
I'm saying, girl, like,
Hey,
can you do that monologue for me?
like cause she wanted, just cause she wanted like months later, like you remember that monologue you did? Cause you do it for something like that?
Yeah.
Nah, never that. That's never happened. Nah.
I mean,
That's never just, she's never asked me anything.
or times
I'm saying, you know, like, I'm gonna pop out with a monologue I did from '97 on you.
And no, not even that. Not even a fucking monologue. Or using your superpowers for your relationship. So your superpowers are acting. It's one of the things you're very damn good at. So you got anniversary, something coming up. You got Valentine's Day coming up, something. Would you use your superpowers, your performance powers, to put a smile on your person's face?
yes.
I would do it. Have I done it? I don't think so.
Yes.
You have done it?
You know what I'm saying? I would. I would. I definitely would. But
Everybody got quiet.
he said super. I mean like make it.
When you ask questions, be like, damn.
Because we use it for the audience. We'll go out there and perform our ass off for the
It's
audience.
gonna be extravagant. Like it's gonna be a big like event. Cause that's you go big and go home.
Cause what?
I don't think I'm gonna go in there and be like,
this is what I mean.
be
Like,
like a dude named Jerry that
No.
she don't know. Like
no, I'm talking about like it's your Valentine's Day. I'm gonna put on the transitions are gonna be well. The fucking da da da. This
Like
is
from
gonna,
events,
using my
like
Oh,
what we doing from dinner to this to that.
even that, or I'm
That's
gonna
what
say
I'm saying.
something, or I
like
might.
a costume change. You might go.
Yo, like you a
change
poet and
clothes.
shit, bro. Like we not fucking poets, bro. Like you,
I'm saying you
Yeah,
have to be a
I'm an
poet,
actor. I get
but you are a
paid
performer.
to play a role. Like
Okay, take
I
for
am
instance.
here
Take for instance.
because I like or love you.
Take this.
Not to
Not
get
to-
paid.
Take this. Nikki Giovanni and James Baldwin had that conversation, and she talked about how black men would go and perform for the white man.
I don't perform for the white man.
Yes, you do. You go on, you put
fuck that.
you perform for
You
them.
do perform for the white man.
And then they say, she said, and this is Nikki, this is not me. Nikki said they get home and then you want to be your true self and be all this. And she was like, nah, motherfucker, perform for me too. Treat me like that motherfucker, dude. Okay, act like you fucking fuck with me.
Nah, I agree with
You know
that.
what I'm
That
saying?
makes sense. If you being an asshole when you coming home,
Yeah,
I agree
but
with that. I don't think I'm being an
that's
asshole.
almost using what I do against me. Like if we having issues and you know I'm about to go do this show and I got to be like all lovey dovey with somebody.
You
I gotta act. Okay, I gotta act like I like this person in the show. But when I come home, we already beefing. And now you like, nah.
Now you gonna
And I'm like, nah, bro. Like, first of all, let me another check. We get paid every week. Every week, Wednesday to Friday.
She really had to say that.
Yeah,
You should have more than the person you gave her. You're right, bro.
But that's why I stated.
You're right, bro.
What if we was beefing? Like, when I come back, I ain't about to be all in a love scene with you. I'm already pissed off.
But you was pissed off when you did the
because I got paid to do my job.
You still did it.
Yeah. If I pissed you off right now and you had to go answer the phone for your mama or your grandma or your book club or anybody, you ain't gonna act like, what y'all doing wrong? You ain't gonna be like, hey, y'all.
When you get out that motherfucking phone, no, when you get out that phone, come back with that same energy you had when you got on that motherfucking phone. Nigga, perform for me. Don't come on. That's what the fuck she said, nigga. Don't be fucking da.
Oh, yes, we're having a great time over here. We're sorry about that. Nigga, get off the phone.
Look, bitch ass nigga. Toe ass.
All I'm saying is, everybody, most humans do it. Most humans can or could act. They just don't know how to channel.
Most humans do act.
All he doing is doing what most people do. That's it.
When y'all used to try to steal that shit from Walmart, when they went to the self-checkout at like 2, 3 in the morning, and they come get you like, oh, I ain't know that shit was in there, man. I thought I had put this back. See, you acting right then. Most of you niggas, when you got caught cheating or lying, nigga, you start acting your ass off. Like,
don't you fucking know about that. He was the hard cannon. Oh, you trying to read Dr.
and he say, not the hard cut.
It's not the hard cut. It's with that hard cannon.
It's the fist to the head. When a nigga doing that.
Straight up, she say he lied. You know I love you. She say
he lying. That shit is
I ain't never did none of that. None of you Becky.
Lie.
I ain't never seen Becky before. You see me with her. Oh, you see me with eyes. Huh? Is it the pattern that I'm saying it is? That you don't believe? Well, look, let me tell you this then. Lie. I don't know her. Love you. Lies.
We got to end
with that bullshit, right? Because we got me right there. Fuck! You got to hit it. Fuck! On the way out the door. On the way out the door. No, that's what you hear.
This one you're not going nowhere.
No, you get your shit.
She ain't respond because she know you full of shit. So it's that moment of silence. So you trying to add to it.
Fuck!
Then it's the walking.
I know. While you walking, you gathering all your stuff. You go in a different room, but you talking out loud to her. Like, you know what I mean? But you talking to yourself, but to her, so she can hear you. Like, man, she know I'm always trying to do right, bro. I'm always trying to do right, bro. Every time I go home, I don't be doing nothing. Nah, look at me. Nah, look at me. My stuff, so I can go. Make no sense. You talking around. She know I don't be doing nothing.
Nigga talking to himself loud as fuck, nigga.
Nigga, like, she in the room. She all around the house. She be like, man, but I don't even care. But nah, niggas can't get right. No, niggas just niggas can't do shit right. No, nah, I'm just supposed to sit here, be quiet, huh? It's cool.
It's cool.
You know what? That's okay.
No, it's cool. I probably need to get up out of here.
Nah, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Because this ain't me. This ain't how I'm act. This ain't how I act. I'm getting outside of myself right now.
You was outside of yourself tonight too, nigga. You was outside of yourself tonight too, nigga. Go back to the theater. Go back to the theater. Ah, shit. Then what you gonna do?
Yo, leave,
You gotta
bro.
take that L now.
Leave. That's all you can do.
Leave, bro.
Take that L, bro.
What do you do?
There's no comeback for that. Just leave.
Sometimes your superpowers don't help.
Bro, just leave.
Sometimes your superpowers get you in more trouble.
You know what? I'm gonna act like I ain't mad and get up out of here. I'm gonna
Because
act
you
like
try to compartmentalize in the middle of the argument. You know what? Fuck it. You know what? And another thing.
Another thing. Since I'm on my way out.
Then.
I ain't gonna say shit else.
I'm gonna say everything.
But let me say this one last thing though.
Liar. Liar. That shit's funny, yo.
Bro, I'm trying to get
We do this in our household. We are fucked. Any niggas fucked.
Oh, man.
Girls thought this shit tonight. They,
Oh
so
my
you gonna hit me with that nigga?
That's what we doing? Look at
Oh, you
looking
just
at
mad
it.
tonight.
Okay. You're a liar. Liar, pants on.
I can ask you where you coming from.
Okay.
You got to wait over and tell you where I'm coming from.
I don't even want to keep my hand like this. Just go like this.
No, it was cool.
Together. Keep them together.
That's weird too. It's not. It's like police, nigga. You know how police be looking for nervous behavior. Women do the same shit, dog.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
yeah.
Verified.
Oh, yeah.
Verified. Women be looking for nervous behavior. They like it. Verified.
Cosby in court. Why did you pull him over? Well, he was showing erratic behavior. He was acting nervous and twitching. And women say the same shit. How did you know he was cheating? Well, he was showing erratic behavior. And he was twitching when we were having a conversation.
Look, it's just asking weird questions, right? Like, you got a little seed. Like, she know, you been doing it for a while. You come home. She like, how was the show? You be like, oh, it was good. She like, well, how was the scene with her? You know, what's the name? I be like, oh, okay, it was cool. She like, well, did you like it? I'm like, tonight?
The scene?
The scene?
Or
Or
what I did.
no,
I like rehearsal.
Like,
no.
What do we?
it was the same as all the other times.
And now you ain't did nothing. You just confused as hell. You like,
nigga ain't lying.
it's like, what do you mean? Did I like? I mean, I like acting. I
do like theater.
Oh, man.
Really
No,
know.
bro.
What do we say? What are you asking?
You just gotta be like, I gotta go shit. Just leave. I gotta go shit.
That's what can't be you.
I'm out.
Shit.
You're not gonna bother me when I'm in there. I gotta go
That's a
shit.
lie, nigga. You might
Not the kids, maybe.
you might have somebody stand next to the restroom.
The kids may try to, but my
You
wife
might go in there and
ain't
close the door. You gotta have a bathroom with a fan. Cause they gonna try to have that conversation through that door, nigga. You gotta
Look. I be like, hey,
Number 2.
hey. Look.
you can't be there all night.
I can. I got my phone.
Nigga be mad when he forget his charger.
And it's fully charged.
I sure can.
So, for those of y'all just tapping in, we've been discussing dating artists dating. We are artists that are in different types of relationships that are heading towards different places or the same place eventually. But we just been tapping in. We've been giving our perspective. We don't want y'all to think that we have been talking for the women or for our partners or for anybody's partner. So we haven't spoken for the women at all tonight. We have had our female producers.
They keeping us in check a little bit.
They have definitely been speaking up for the women. So
oh yeah,
we definitely want to do a part 2 on this where we just have we might do a Zoom where we just let the women talk and we play
open the floor up, man.
Yeah, we play y'all that Zoom and just have the women, talk about what it is like to be with an artist. And we'll have some that talk to all different type of artists, hopefully. So if you do have something you want to say, please email us at aqchouston@outlook.com, aqchouston@outlook.com. Please tell us how you felt. Give us some commentary. Give us anything that you want to bring as far as your perspective of what we talked about. It was one-sided because we are who we are. We cannot give ourselves vaginas or anything else that somebody else would date.
You could nowadays. You can.
That is true.
We won't.
But we have not.
We won't. Don't say we have not. That insinuates that we won't.
We haven't. We won't sound bad.
Why do we say that?
But you will? You would consider it?
No.
I'm confused.
No,
we haven't.
It'll never happen. We have it, but we will not. We're not going down that direction. So
it doesn't. You don't have to. You don't have to address it. You don't have to address it, guys.
Oh my goodness.
But we know that this was a male perspective tonight, which was the point we were saying.
That's what he meant.
And a woman's perspective is definitely needed and wanted.
Yeah.
And so we like to have that on the show. We got the topic last minute, so we didn't have enough time to set it up the right way. But we do want to get it popping with you all, you women, part 2. And man, I've had a ball, man. I think we still had great discussions, man. What do y'all think, man?
Yeah, I think
they had a good look at what we feel.
Yeah.
I feel like we get to tell how we feel all the time.
I'm sure they all have like a lot.
I'm sure some bullet points were taken down that they probably want to go back through and address.
All I know is
Somebody probably took some notes. You know,
we all should make a phone call before we get home.
Oh, my wife clap. I love you, baby. We good. You clap. We straight. Yeah.
Everybody make a phone call before you get just to check you. You know,
just a welfare check. Send the police over to do a welfare check before I get home.
Oh shit!
Make sure everything's safe over there.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
There ain't no pistols in the house or nothing like that.
Straight up. Please don't have nothing in the house. Not what's your name?
Not the knives.
Nail files.
Knives, okay. You can have
weapons of mass destruction.
Please don't have mass destruction weapons.
That is what. I'm not gonna do it. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, there has been the Actors Quarantine Corner, Monday night edition, dating actors. What is it like? What is it doing? What is it? What are you? Hey, you had to watch the show to see.
Do you want to date artists now?
I hope you got some type of understanding of us at least. If you didn't understand what fucking dating an artist is, you at least know what the fuck our perspective is.
You definitely understand what.
And now that you understand that, and if you enjoy listening to three brothers, and you don't find males that are talking open like this all the time. A lot of niggas say the game is to be sold, not told.
Big time.
So because we told this, I think you should really, really take some time and hit that cash app.
Yeah.
Hit that cash app.
It'd be great for you.
If you got some time and some money, hit that cash app. If your stimmy hit that cash app. Some of y'all just got that stimmy.
Hit that cash app.
No, you got that.
Some of y'all got kids at home, so you get 3,600. Hit that cash app.
Y'all know what it is, man. Monday.
We right here, baby.
We be here on Monday.
Every Monday.
Hey, every single Monday. I ain't gonna tell my name.
Hold on. Bring it out. Bring it out. Let the people know the merch.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you see, we wearing the AQC merch. My art is pandemic proof, meaning that even though a pandemic hit, guess what my art kept doing? It kept moving, it kept touching, it kept putting and inspiring people and putting thoughts and feelings inside people's heads to encourage them to do other artistic and creative things. And you know where it comes from. The one and only Acts Quarantine Corner. If you ever saw the corner, touched the corner, seen our old corner, seen the new corner, you know you need one of these shirts. Are they the flyest? Are they in good? Yes, they are fucking good material shirts. These ain't no bullshit, okay? They don't fucking turn colors and the paint starts to rub off when you wash it and shit. It ain't gonna end up one of your nighttime shirts like you do from the church workshops and shit like that. And friends and family day. Like, this is some shit you should really invest in. So we're gonna
buy a family reunion shirt.
It's not. You gonna wear this again. And there are nice colors that you got J's with. We know the new Dunks just came out. They black and white. You know what I'm saying? We got the Jordans that are coming out. Some of y'all got them black J's, the patent leather joints. Man, we got go with every fucking shoe. Okay? So, hey, man, go to AQCmerch.com. AQCmerch.com. And please, each shirt, each pair of paraphernalia that you buy contributes and is like an investment into us growing this show and into us growing within the community and being able to stretch our arms out and do things within the community. And that is by investing in us. So if you can, hit that Cash App and go to AQCmerch.com. AQCmerch.com. We love y'all. We out.
Peace. Next Monday, 9 o'clock at the corner.
At the corner.